Hi guys, welcome in this video. In this video, we are going to analyze the current trend for different cryptocurrencies. We are going to perform an analysis of the BTC USD, the Doge USD, plus maybe take a look about what's happening for the Ethereum, which is currently on a big pump. If you remember well, last time in the latest video we have predicted that the Bitcoin are going up for the next 30 days. That's on the first and second days that has high chance to go down. We were very confident for the Dogecoin for the next 2-3 days. We can compare about what happened since the last prediction. And concerning the Ethereum, we're predicting a low for the next 2 days, then the Ethereum to go high. So in this video we are going to analyze how the Bitcoin, the Dogecoin and the Ethereum USD are going to act in the next weeks. And in order to do so, what we'll do, we are going to use an algorithm which is called Death Cross vs Death Cross vs Golden Cross in order to determine the current trends of the different cryptocurrencies. This video gonna be split into two parts. In the first part, I'm going to give slightly more details because some people within the YouTube channel that you have found here ask me to give more details about the algorithm that I'm using in order to predict how the cryptocurrencies market is going to act, which means in the first part that's going to be during 3-4 minutes, I'm going to give you a little bit more details about the math behind this algorithm and why I believe it's super accurate for cryptocurrencies. And as you can see, you will see by yourself how terrific the precision is when you are using this cross vs Golden Cross. And in the second part, we are going to analyze how the Bitcoin, the BTC USD is going to act in the next days. Last week we have predicted that we were going to reach 50k by the end of last week. We have reached 49k. We are not too bad, but for my prediction that I just have made just before, I'm predicting to reach 55k by end of next week. But let's rerun the algorithm in order to try to give our best to predict what's gonna happen to the Bitcoin. And at the end, if you go at the end of the video, if you want just want my prediction, I'm going to make a recap about in the next hours what's going to happen, in the next days, what is going to happen in the next 2-3 days, if that's going up or down, and at the end of next week, where we're gonna be concerning the BTC, the Dogecoin and other cryptocurrencies such as ETH plus probably the Ripple, but let's see within this video how that goes. Okay guys, I hope you are ready. With that, and let's start this video. Okay, I'm going to start, we are going to start quickly by first of all uploading the data. I'm not going back about in terms of coding. For instance, if you are not really interested about how I'm coding the algorithm, you can directly jump to the next part. Okay. In the first part, I'm just gonna be a quick refresher about how to get live market data with the less lag as possible. With the less lag as possible within your Jupyter notebook, less lag within your Jupyter notebook. That's going to be the first part of the video. That's going to be how to get this live market data. And once we got this live market data, we will apply our algorithm, and we just going to have a refresher about how the Golden Cross vs this cross are working mathematically speaking. Okay guys, let's go fast. As usual, we are going to start by importing pandas and numpy. That's not gonna change, even if numpy is not gonna be super useful today. After that, we are going to use our data source in order to get our financial data, which is Yahoo Finance. Once we got our data source, we will use plotly.graph objects. Let's import. Okay. Now let's start by importing the data for the Bitcoin. Not gonna give you like a reminder, like I highly recommend you to watch the video on how to get all the different cryptocurrencies data. Yeah, just before to start this video, what time is it in London at the moment? What time is it? It's actually 6:11 here in London, and we are going to analyze, and it's Monday 15 February, and we are going to analyze the Bitcoin. Okay, let's go, guys. Yeah, the first analysis that we are going to offer gonna be like a short-term analysis of the Bitcoin, how that's going to act in the next hours, and how should you act before to go on little bit longer term. Okay, let's start. Let's import our data. Let's take a look about the data that we get. Okay, we have the data at 6 p.m. and 9 minutes. Yeah, as you can see, there is like around 2 minute difference, 2 minutes lag. But yeah, about this trade that we are going to make, it's gonna be like this type of trade gonna be much more like how do you say that? Much more like a swing trading trade, which means like we are going to trade on a window of 3 to 9 hours trade. Like we are going to trade within this window. That's why we are going to take. That's why we are taking 15 minutes and 2 days periods. And let's start by plotting our data. Okay, let's declare the figure up. Yeah, and let's plot the BTC up. And we can even like try to predict what's gonna happen in the next minute in lifetime together. Okay, guys, let's go. Okay, I have just declared the figure, and as you can see, we have like a very interesting trend. Yeah, at this moment, a lot of people start to panic. We went down from 48k to 46.5 in less than 15 minutes, which is huge, is literally huge. Yeah, a lot of people start panicking, but you will see, like, if you use algorithm, you are never scared. You can be very truthful about what's happening, and mainly when you start using gold cross versus this cross, like by essence, it just by experience, gold cross versus this cross, yeah, the gold cross vs this cross, gold vs this cross is the best algorithm that you can use to predict how the cryptocurrencies is moving. You can catch all the trend, and you will see that even the algorithm asks us to sell our position at this moment, and that's not something which is random. The algorithm never lie, and you will see by yourself. Okay, let's implement our algorithm, and let's take 2 minutes just to go through how the algorithm is working. Essentially, the algorithm is based on the moving average. For instance, if you want your moving average, is nothing more than the sum of the values that you have at like the sum of the moving that you have, like let's say moving at A1 plus A2 plus blah 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 plus AN divided by the number of occurrences. And for instance, if you want your MA like here's that MAN, and for instance, if you want your MA5, let's say you want your MA5, that's gonna be A1 plus A2 plus A3 plus A4 plus A5 divided by 5, and you're gonna have your moving average 5. And if you want your MA, let's say MAN, you're gonna have to do the sigma of all your move divided by the number of occurrence. That's just how that works. And the difference between just a simple moving average and the gold cross versus this cross is the fact that the gold cross is going to essentially what we are going to do. We are going to try to catch the global trend by taking like two moving average, one on the short term, which is the MA5, which means that catching the market with a 5 period delay. For instance, right here within our code we used a period of 15 minutes, which means like the MA5 is going to catch the market, the cryptocurrency that you are analyzing with. In our case, if we're taking an interval of 15 minutes, we are going to take 15 times 5, which means like 1 hour and 15 minutes delay. You're gonna have your moving average with 1 hour and 15 minutes delay, and the MA20, which is going to follow, that's going to do that up, and if that's doing that we are going still on high. Yeah, and the MA20, for instance, what's the MA20? That's gonna be exactly the same, but instead of having 5 times 15 minutes, with MA20 you're gonna have 20 times 15 minutes, but that just depends of the period. But what is interesting with this algorithm is because that can give you a very interesting, for instance, here is a selling signals because the long-term moving average is above the short-term, and here that's literally a bull signal, which means when you see that it's buy, and when you see that it's sell. Here it's a selling signals. Okay, yeah, about the concept, about the mathematical concept behind, that's very simple. Essentially that just in order to catch the trend, in order to give you the best indication, which means like when you should buy and when you should sell. But I'm not going to give you a spoiler, but you will see how precise and terrific this algorithm is again. And okay, so let's start by predicting the markets. Yeah, I let you watch the other videos about how to create your, like, if you want more precision about the moving average. But what we are going to do here, we are just going to draw our moving average, and we are going to start in order to get the MA5, which means like we are going to call our data frame data, and call a column that we are going to call MA5, which is gonna be equal to the data closing price up data closing price, because yeah, if you look at it, like we have like opening, closing, we are going to take the latest data, which means we are going to take the closing, with a rolling of 5, which means like you are going to take the average of the latest 5, like the 5 row above. Essentially, like, I'm not going to go too much into details in terms of computer science, but, and again, that's why Python is very well made for algorithmic trading, is because, and time series is because you can, there is already like functions which are already included. And what you are going to do, you are going to look for the mean of these 5 rows above, which represent 5 periods above, nothing more. For instance, if you are here, you want like the average of 5 rows above, you're gonna have like the the average of between midnight and 15 minutes, like 49 minutes and 59 seconds, like, which means like the closing. Okay, and what we want the mean of this 5 period. It's what I told you here, like it's like yeah, if you remember about the calculation, that's A1 plus A2 plus A3, the sigma of that divided by the number of occurrence, which means like until A5 divided by 5, and that's the calculation in order to get the mean. Okay guys, okay, okay, now we have determined data MA5. Now let's determine data MA20 and draw our algorithm. Okay, equal, that's gonna be exactly the same, but just the rolling period gonna be 20 days. Okay, tac, 20 days. And what we will do right here, up, we are going to draw our moving average up. Yeah, let's put this this line in orange, like gold. Sorry, no, this one gonna stay. Tac, sorry, let's put this one in blue and this one in orange. That's gonna be more interesting. Okay, let's take, yeah, here in orange you have like the gold. Yeah, let's call the gold line, just to be precise, like that's no sense like for you, and this line. Okay, let's execute. Yeah, and as you can see here, if you would have used this algorithm like me yesterday, you would have sold your Bitcoin exactly at this moment, on the like at the 14th of December at 11:45 p.m. because exactly at this moment, like this line is going just above the gold line. And same here, you would have bought the Bitcoin here, you would have took the pump, which is super interesting. Keep up, sell at this moment. Like that's kind of period like where you are losing this small pump, but that's totally fine. It's not like a big deal. It's not like here, if you take a look about how many percent would you got by following the rules, you would have bought at 47.5, sold at 49, which means like 1.5k, which means like roughly slightly above 3%. Yeah, if you take a look at it, yeah, you would have took okay, let's keep, but yeah, you would have took like around 3% benefits in you would have took 3% benefits in 10 hours, which is not too bad. 3% in 10 hours, which is not too bad. Yeah, it's like far of being bad, like it's something very decent. And after that you would have sold maybe like a short period and not really buy. As you can see, there is like a lot of moving, and short at this time, and that would make you gain from 49 to 46.9. yeah, that would be like and in how many times? Okay, from midnight to 6:45 a.m. Okay, that would mean like plus like 4% in like in 7 hours, which is again not too bad, just by following the rules. Again, like that's insane. But yeah, if I look about the Bitcoin, like if I look in the short term about the Bitcoin, you must keep your position, you must continue buying, even if you got like a short period where like there will like some instability. We are still on a bull market for the Bitcoin, still must buy the Bitcoin. Like highly recommend you to buy the Bitcoin right now, because I'm going to publish the video as soon as possible, and I highly recommend you to buy the Bitcoin. Let's take a little bit step back and look at a longer period of time. Yeah, and don't hesitate to give me like a feedback about if you want me to slow up or if you want me to fast, to make this video slightly faster. Okay, and if you look at the slightly longer term, which means like if you want to talk about days, about the next 2-3 days, there is still some there is like a zone of doubt. It's not like super clear, but we are still like, if you want to look at the next 2 days, let's say, and cut that, like, yeah, it was like from 14 February until the 15. Okay, like on 1 day, this has been a good trade. Okay, very interesting. Yeah, if you want to catch it, the only thing that I would recommend you is like, yeah, on the next 2 days there is still some uncertainty, like some period of doubt, but I still, like, we just passed the test line, which means like we are currently on the buying signals, but be careful. Like, if I have to make a recap about the Bitcoin, yeah, if you look on the, yeah, let's draw a table about the BTC. If you look on the next 3 hours up, if you look on the next 3 hours, buy, highly recommend you of buying. If you want to look in the next 2 days, 1 to 2 days, I want to recommend you to buy, but still just take a little bit of step back, rerun the algorithm in order to check if we are not, if you are not passing the discross, because we are not like slightly above. Like, as you can see, we just, like, if you look at the market data at the moment, as you can see, we are just slightly higher. It's not something like super secure yet. Okay, and if you want to look at a longer period of time, let's take a look about how the Bitcoin gonna be at the end of the month. For instance, let's take an interval of 1 day. Let's take a look and choose 3 months up. Okay, let's execute. Oh, okay, something went wrong. Okay, 3 minutes. Okay, sorry, up. Let's re-upload the data. Okay. No, we are still, concerning the Bitcoin, we are still on bullish markets. As you can see, since the 2nd of February, that didn't change, and we are definitely on super pump. We are not going to close yet. If you see that we are start declining, that can be a sign of selling, but so far from now, we are definitely on a pump. Yeah, if you look at the trend, if you look at the percentage of the slope, yeah, I guess by the end of the month we must reach at least 55k. Yeah, if we can go back on the prediction up, let's just remove that. Yes, and if you look at the end of the month, month end, yeah, I guess we can highly, like, easily target 55k, because if you look at the slope, yeah, that's something which looks very promising. Probably a correction around 55k. Yeah, if I go about what's gonna happen, like, most probably a correction around, yeah, 55k, probably like a correction to the down, let it go down, and after, like, but the trend is like still high. Like, there is like nothing to stop the Bitcoin at the moment, like literally nothing to stop the Bitcoin. Okay, 55k USD. Okay, let's analyze what's happening with, okay, just like a quick article that I want to recommend you. It's one of my friends, is Sofiane Kabar. Yeah, he's also algorithmic trader. He writes very interesting articles about, if you want to know more about golden cross versus discross. Plus he have operated how do you say, backtesting about your revenues by using the gold cross based discross, but he's mainly using it on forex. But that's very interesting. His analysis is very interesting. And as algorithmic trader, I highly recommend his work. I always like to read his article because it's very good to synthesizing a very complex algorithm, and really appreciate it. Highly recommend you to follow his video. Okay, cool. Sorry, his articles. Okay. Next cryptocurrencies to analyze. That's gonna be the Ethereum. Let's go, guys. Okay, concerning the Ethereum, let's take a look about how the market is acting for the Ethereum. Let's draw our line. Wow. Okay, wow. Now for the Ethereum, we're still on a highly bull market. Even if we are like currently slowing down, if you look at the slope, it's like slightly, that's tend to go slightly down and like kind of like dangerous part, but like the slope is still very good. Like you can buy Ethereum without any doubt. And if you look about what happened last time since our last video, I predicted the Ethereum to correct during 2 days, and exactly what's happened here. And here we are again on the bull market. Yeah, if you go back on the previous video, if you take a look, I was telling you like it was on, yeah, at this date I told you to sell the Ethereum, and as you can see, we went down, we went even. Wow, we went like, yeah, very down. We went like, let's take a look about at the 8 data. Yeah, okay. Yeah, I don't have the data right now. Okay, but yeah, if you take a look, like we went slightly down around 1,500. Like, yeah, went down from 1,650 to 1,500 on the Ethereum, like I predicted. And after that, I told you after 1-2 days, that's highly a buy, and exactly what happened. Okay, okay, like if we have to complete our boards, yeah, about the Ethereum has, yeah, if we look at it, the slope is continuously interesting. I guess we can easily hit 1,850 by the end of the month. Like I even want to tell you, yeah, 1,900 by the end of the month. And yeah, so far from now, like the trend is still very high. Nothing more to say. Highly buy. But let's take a look about on a shorter period of time what the algorithm is recommending. Okay, 15 minutes. Let's take a period of 2 days. Let's execute up on a period of 2 days. Okay, on the short term, not sure I would recommend you to buy the Ethereum. Yeah, as you can see, there is still like some, it's not like a strong buying signal, even if here we got another buying signals, but that's not a strong one. Here was a strong buying signals. We are still on this one, but we are currently closing the cross, which means probably a slight correction in the next hours. Yeah, like most probably that's gonna go down in the next hours, which means like if we want to fill the table, like, yeah, the Ethereum probably gonna go down in the next hours. And if we want to take a look about how that's happening, what's gonna happen like in the next days, up, data up, let's take a look. Okay, and if you want to trade through 2 or 3 days, like 1 to 3 days period, you can buy and let the Ethereum, like, even I would ask you to wait like 2-3 hours before to buy it, at least to be on the short term period, like on something which is going high. But like if you want to trade for 2 or 3 days, we are definitely on a bull, like definitely on a bull. Yeah, nothing more to say, but overall we are on a bull market for the Ethereum, which means yes, that's a big yes. Yeah, nothing more to say. And that's why I'm predicting, like if you look at the entire slab, that's why I'm predicting 1,900, because probably in the next hour we're gonna have like kind of slight correction, but after that, yeah. Okay, next one to analyze is the Ripple. sorry. Okay, let's start by the Dogecoin. Yeah, and you will see something very interesting about the Dogecoin. You will see what's happened. Yeah. Yeah, if you see the Dogecoin, wow, okay, even yesterday we have been able to catch the Dogecoin before the crack happened. And yeah, if you look at the trend for the Dogecoin, yeah, even if we cross the line, we are still like on a selling trend, like highly selling signals. Yeah, let's take a look a little bit more. Yeah, we're like just again going to cross the death line. Yeah, definitely buying signals. That doesn't surprise me because if you look on Twitter, yeah, if you look on Twitter, and you can follow me on Twitter if you want to talk with me. My Twitter account, I just started with Twitter. I'm not like an expert, but yeah, my Twitter account is LesAnyS. And yeah, if you look at the data about Twitter, like yesterday, Elon Musk asked people to, like, told to people that's a good time to sell the Dogecoin. That's why that had like a huge impact on the Dogecoin. If you take a look up, if you take a look about what happens, boom, he delivered his tweet yesterday at midnight UK time, and the Dogecoin went down. Yeah, about the Dogecoin, that's big crack on the Dogecoin, definitely, except if something is going to save it or to help or to rescue the Dogecoin. Highly recommend to sell. Okay, and in terms of periods, let's go on shorter time. If that's maybe that can be interesting to make like a very quick trade about 3 hours, but still, yeah, like this trade was interesting. If you bought at 6:30 this morning and sold at 4:30, wow, it's very nice trade, like from 0.52 and sell at 0.60, which making it wow, that's more than 10% profit. That's 15% profit. Yeah, that's not too bad. Not too bad this trade. You would have made like slightly some money, but yeah, even on the short term, highly recommend you to sell the Dogecoin. The Dogecoin, sell, and I'm not even going to look at a longer period because yeah, that has been too much influenced by the tweets, which means like I don't want to make a prediction for the end of the month. Like I don't want to give you wrong details, but yeah, overall, like yeah, the Ethereum the next hours no, but after that okay. For the Bitcoins, not so sure about 1-2 days. That's still buying signals. We just crossed the buying signals. If you want to take the risk, go, because you're gonna take the full trade. But if you don't want to take the risk, yeah, you can just wait a few hours more. But yeah, if you want to take a look about the next 3 hours, that's totally a high recommendation to buy. And to finish, let's take a look about the Ripple. I'm just going to remind myself about Yahoo Finance API and how does that work. Just about the Ripple. Oh, I think it's okay, sorry, just the ticker. Okay, XRP USD. Yeah, I'm just picking the ticker for the scripts. Up, Control C. Okay. Let's take a look. Up. Okay. Okay. In terms of short term, very hard to predict about the Ripple. Don't touch it. let the market do his work and wait a little bit before to buy the Ripple. Yeah, the trend is like, yeah, we are like between like a buying trend and selling trend. If you have like a sharp you know, like sharp buying signal or selling signal, that's gonna be interesting. But yeah, right now we don't have anything very sharp. That's why like just be careful for now. Yeah, let's take a look about few days. Let's take 10 days and 90 minutes interval. Okay. Wow, okay. Oh, okay. Let's see. We just have crossed the line. It might be buying signals, but not sure yet. Yeah, we can't like be 100% sure, but like if we zoom right here, yeah, and that looks to be very sharp signals, which means like we might be, if in the next 2 days, about something which is very interesting to follow. Okay, if we make a recap, up in the next, sorry, XRP, in the next hours, no, in the next day, but again, be careful. Yeah, the only thing that I would highly recommend you to buy is the Ethereum. Yeah, and sell around 1900, where we're gonna probably have the next correction. But just follow me and I'm gonna make the next analysis in the next week. This week I've been super sick, that's why I couldn't make any analysis. And to close this video, let's take a look about it in the next few weeks, 3 months interval, 1 day up data, and okay, cool. Yeah, this looks to be very interesting to buy in the next days. Yeah, lot of movement happened, but still very interesting to buy in the next for the next weeks. Yeah. Yeah, again, like it's very sensible to the news. That's why I'm not very comfortable very sensible to the news. Yeah, if you want to learn more about how to analyze Twitter and apply AI algorithm, I highly recommend you to take a look at the course which is behind the video. It's very interesting because that has been led by James Briggs, and James Briggs is an NLP data scientist who is working for UBS in London, and we have created this course together about how to analyze Twitter using AI in order to predict the market data. Okay guys, that's all for this video. I hope you enjoyed it, and again, just one thing, just big thank you to all of you. I really want to thank you for trusting me and to giving me your support. I highly appreciate. Thank you very much. And if you have any questions, just feel free to ask me. But yeah, thank you again, and you are very motivating, and I have seen so much of your message, and I just want to tell you thank you very much. And again, if anyone is living in London, about all my London fellow, just feel free to contact me, and we can, like, I'm working in the city, and yeah, if you're also working in the city, we can just catch up. But yeah, just feel free to contact me and we can have a chat. See you guys, bye.